Hello everyone. Hi. Namaskara. Namaste. Hello. Hi. How you guys are doing? Hope everybody had your tea or had your coffee. Hi. Vanakkam. Hello Pavani. Hello Mohita. Tanushri. Jyoti. Okay. Movie zone. Blessings. Srinivas. Brenda. Bharti. Yashaswani. Arpita. Fructose. Mohammed. Syed. Imran. Okay. Okay, so many people are joining. So it's almost 134 have joined. How many of you have tried yesterday? How many of you have tried doing the code and also tried all the input functions, whatever we discussed yesterday? How many of you have tried? Can I get the answer? Okay, me, one person. Next, very good, very good. I can see a lot of people. Awesome, very good, very good. Okay, I can see like lots and lots of people have tried some commands. I tried. So did you felt easy? Did you felt Python as easy yesterday? And how exactly you guys are planning to do today as well? Are you excited to start today? How many of you know other languages? How many of you know other languages? So who knows Java might have felt this one is even more easier, isn't it? Very good. Manasa have tried hands-on along with me. Very good, Manasa. So you know Python already. So blessings, a person knows Python already. You have to bless us to learn more Python. Okay. Okay, can we start now? Are you guys ready? Can we start? Hope I'm audible properly for everybody and hope I'm visible as well. If you find any no difficulty in following me, please let me know. Please type it down in the chat box if you are having any problem. Okay. So, yes, we'll start now. Are you excited? Okay, we'll start now. 289 people have joined, lesser than yesterday. Let us see if any people are going to join later as well. Okay, so most probably the certification issue will happen only for 300 people, I guess. Okay, what does USN mean? USN means your registration number that you will be having it in your college. Okay, so you'll be having it in your college. That means any of the number that you will be writing in your exams. It's a universal serial number, or sorry, unique serial number, or maybe a registration number that you are having. Okay, so hope I have answered for the USN. Okay, we'll start now. I'll start presenting my screen. Okay. So hope everybody know how to log in for the Google, right? How to log in the Drive. I guess everybody knows. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going and opening for a new notebook. So hope everybody know how to open a new notebook, isn't it? So we'll just present my screen. How to open a new notebook, and I hope everybody knows that. So hope you are also doing along with me. Visual Studio is also fine. Visual Studio is fine or Idle is fine. Whatever the IDE doesn't matter over here. All does matter is how logically you are going to write a program. So before starting with today's session, I want to ask a question for you guys. So how to become a very good programmer? So what is a good qualities of program? You can comment that down. Meanwhile, I'll be starting the program today. Okay. So let's get started with the today's day two session. So recap of day one session. What have we covered? Recap of day one session. Can anybody say what have we covered? So we'll go for day two today. So day one, we have covered printing statement. We have covered the data types, variables, and also we have covered the arithmetic operators, input function, and also we have covered the output functions and type function, which will help us to know the data type of a particular data or a variable. We also covered the fuel estimation cost, total fuel estimation, and also we have learnt about simple calculator, puppy age calculator. We also got to know what is the final price after discount, and also we learnt about the calculating the total time required for a travel or something like that. So hope all the programs that we have learnt yesterday is clear for everybody. Keeping that in mind, hoping that you have understood, I'm just going forward for the day 2. Okay. So now the very important thing, for example, if I want to write print 1, print 2, print 3, print 4. For example, I want to print 4 numbers. How can I write? I can say print, okay, 1, and then I'll say print 2, and I'll say print 3. So this looks quite lengthier. So what I'm doing right now over here is I'm trying to print 1, 2, and 3. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Like basically I'm trying to print thrice. So I'm trying to do a task of printing 3 times, right? So logical thinking, okay, just let me read out the comments, what to, what is required to become a good programmer. So functions, arithmetic operators, applying logic, knowing every concept, logic based thinking, coding, knowledge, problem solving, arithmetic operators. So logical thinking is very much needed. So the 1 point for the people who answered for logical thinking, strong basics, coding skills, understanding. So very important thing is understanding logical thinking. So along with understanding means, see, what you will do is you have to know how to think. That is very important. Thinking is very important over here. So for example, somebody would have given you a question. You have to know how I can break down that into simple components. For example, if you are building a home using Lego, very important thing is how you will utilize those small blocks, right? So small blocks is very much needed. So you have to know how to think is very, very important rather than knowing the syntax. So if you know how to think, building the logical thinking, problem solving, as somebody is typing down the same thing, or if you know all these things, learning the syntax is not a problem. Here learning the Python is not a problem. Thinking how to write a code is very important. So it's very important that you guys have to learn how to code. Okay, so learn how to code means you should start thinking. Just sit, think how you can do it. Just think. Sometimes if the problem is too long statement or something, what you can do is you can just simply sit down, close your eyes, think how you can break down that whole problem into small statements and write the code for it. Let us see how we can apply this approach and write the code today. Okay. So what I'll do is today we'll start with looping statements. Looping statements means a same particular thing works for multiple times. So in Python, we are having 2 types of loops, for and while. Okay, so let us start with, and also we are having one more, while true. Rather than do while in other languages, we are having here while true. We'll see how all these 3 things work. Before that, first I'll start with for loop. Okay, I'm going to say that for I in range. So what does this range mean? Let us understand. So now, what I'll just write the code first. You just see the code first. Later I'll explain. Okay, I'll say for I in range of 0 comma 10. So I'm giving a range. What does the range function do? Range function will always have the range. So now I'll just say, okay, so here I'll say A is equal to range of, okay, 0 comma 10, and I'll put that in list. Okay, so we'll understand about list and all. Now if I execute this, okay, for me it's taking a quite time. So let me print out this A and see what does it print. So it has printed me range of 0 to 10. Basically, there are numbers over here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 till 9, but we do not have 10 included. It is something like till 10 but not 10. So we have the numbers over here. Okay, so we are having the numbers, but we do not know what numbers are there. So I can see only 0 and 10, but how many numbers are there? We don't know, right? So here I'll say for I in range of 0 to 10, and I'll say print I. So if I say print I over here, here you can see that for I in range of 0 to 10, print I. And here you can see I have used a colon over here. Why have used a colon? Let us understand. In other languages, you would have written as for. Okay, so you might have start with I is equal to 0, I less than 100, and high plus plus or like this, and then you would have written the braces, right? Something like that you would have written. So what does this mean? It starts from 0 and it has to be less than 100, and you are incrementing it by every one step, right? And whatever the code you write over here, it means that this particular print I is inside the for loop. So why we use this flower braces? Because we need to know that this particular print I is inside the for loop, right? So if I don't have this flower brackets, how do I know that this print is inside the for or outside the for, right? So to know that whether it is inside the for or outside the for, we are having this colon. So this colon means it says that it is starting point of the for. It is saying the starting point of the for. And here you can see that I have left one space, one tab space. So one tab space means here we call this as indent. Indent means it is a space. So now I have left one tab space over here, and here it is having print I. So this means this print I is inside the for. So let us print it down. So I'll say over here as inside. Okay, so how do I come out of this? So to come out of this, you just have to go a left. If you want to come out of the loop, you have to just go left. For example, I'll say print outside. So here you can see that if it is outside the for loop, it has to print only once. If it is inside the for loop, it has to print how many times? 0 to 10. 0 to 10 means how many it is? 0 to 10 means it is overall 10. It starts from 0 till 10 but not 10. Okay, so I'll just execute this and let us see how this is going to work. Here you can see that I'm having 0 is also inside, 9 is also inside, but only one thing is outside. This one is outside. Okay, so if you just put this inside, so what I'll do is I'll just say one tab towards right. Now if I execute this, here you can see this outside is printing for 10 times because this statement is inside the for loop now. Okay, so I hope everybody got to know how we are using this indent. Okay, we should make sure that we are using indent properly. Now all the things are inside. So what I can do is I'll say for I in A, what we are having it in A, we are having in a range of 0 to 10. I'll say print, okay, I. Let us see what we're gonna get it. So here for I in A, it is just going to go for A and it is printing the 0 to 10 over here. Now this A is storing the whole range itself. And here you can see that I'm just looping through it and I'm printing over here. Okay, so this is how for loop works. So for loop, we understood that how it is ranging is going on. Okay, so 0, 10 I'm having over here, and then here let us imagine. So let me print just the I over here. Okay, so for 0, 10, and I'll say 1 over here. So what does it mean? It starts from 0, ends at 10, and I'm having 1 over here. Okay, so here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got it. There is no difference. If I add 1 over here, you can see there is no difference. And if I did not have the 1 also, there is no difference. So what I'll do is I'll just remove this one and I'll remove the 0 as well. See the output. Do we have any difference over here? We do not have any difference, right? So if I, no matter what I'll start with, it's always starts by default, it starts from 0. By default, here it will be 1. So what does this 1 mean? 1 means it is a step. Okay, step of 1. So for example, I'm having 0, 10 and 1 over here, right? So now what I'll do, instead of 1, I'll make it as 2. And if I execute it, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So now what just happened? one item, one step I incremented. That means, so what it went 0 and then it printed 2. That means 1 is being skipped. Then 3 is being skipped. Then 5 is being skipped. So if I give 3 over here, what will happen? It will skip 2 elements in between. 0 it printed, 1 and 2 skipped, 3 it printed, 4 and 5 skipped, 6 printed, 7 and 8 skipped. So what is happening over here? It is skipping 2 items in between. So if I give 4, it will skip 3 items in between. That means 3 numbers in between, right? So now, if I want to print a 3 table, how to do that? Can anybody say that? Okay, a lot of answers in the comments. Very good. Yes. How can I print the odd numbers? So now what I'm printing is I'm printing the even numbers. So for example, if I give 2 over here, I'll get all even numbers. How to get the odd numbers? And how to print? Tell me something what I need to write it over here to print the 3 table. These are the 2 questions you have to answer in the comments now. 3. This is the 3 table. Okay. So to get the whole 3 table, I need to start from 3, end at 30. How do we have to get that? So if I want the even numbers, sorry, if I want the odd numbers, how to get the odd numbers? Both you need to say. So Kanaka has answered perfectly 1, 10, and 2. So I have to start from 1. So what I'll do, I'll start from 1, I'll get all odd numbers. Very good, Kanaka. And now here you can see that if I want 3 table, I'll start from 3, end at 31, and here I'll write 3 over here. Okay, so let me execute this. I'm getting a 3 table, 3 to 30. Now I want to print it in a format like print. Okay, so for example, if it's a 3 table, 3, okay, and then I'll say comma, and I need a into symbol, and then I have to have a number somewhere here, right? Some number I need to have, and here I need to say equal to. Okay, then I need to have the I. So what is I is holding? I is holding the multiple, so I'll have I over here. So if I execute this, now you can see that. Okay, so here what just happened? Yes, this is also getting printed. I'll just remove this, and now you can see that I'm having something like this. How to get this number in the middle? 1 2 3 4 till 10. How to get this? Can anybody say that? I want to get a number 1 2 3 4 till 10 over here. Okay, so leave it in the chat box how to get that. Okay, how to print that, leave it in a chat box now. One more loop you want me to add? So without adding the loop, I don't want to add one more loop because it will increase the time complexity. I don't want to add one more loop. Without adding the loop, try to answer. See how we can get this 1 2 3 4 5 6 like that. You can type down the whole a little problem as well, not a problem. So you can just type down the whole program as well. Take a minute and type it down, and I'll get back to this in a minute. Okay, so now we have understood how do we have this iterate through a number, starting point, ending point, and the step size. These 3 things I hope everybody understood. If you have understood, you do not have any doubts, please write it in the comments. Another loop 1 to 10, add the print, add in print statement, add incrementing variable, I on place of space. Okay, high plus plus j plus plus doesn't work. Add incrementing variable. Okay, I'll do there are 3 to 4 ways in doing that. Okay, I'll let me add with the increment variable. So what I'll do is what here as I'll say I'll take one variable as c is equal to 0 initially, and every time I'll increment the c as a c equal to c plus 1. Instead of writing like that, I can also write it as c plus equal to 1. Okay, this is as same as c equal to c plus 1. Okay, this is also as same as c plus plus. Okay, now here what I can do is, here instead of this I can print down the c. Let us see if this is going to work. Now you can see that it is perfectly working. Very good. I think This was answered by adding the increment. Tejas answered it perfectly. Very good. Now I want to take an input from the user. Okay. I want to take the input from the user and I want to print whatever the users, whichever the user says the table, that table I need to print it down. Let me see how we can do that. So this is one way. And one more way is, okay, so I'll say c equal to 0. I'll just keep this. And I'll say n is equal to int of input, enter the table you want, okay? Enter the table you want. And then the people will enter the table. So n I'm having, n will store a 3. So here I'll replace it with n. So if I want this 31, if it is 3, it should be 31. If it is 4, it should be 41. If it's 5, it should be 51. So for that, what I'll do, I'll say n into 10 and then plus 1. Okay. Then here I need to replace it with same n. So now I'll execute this. So instead of 3, what should I write over here? I should write n, isn't it? So now I'll execute this. Let me say 6 table I need. So I'm getting 6 table over here. So this is one way. Let me show you one more way how you can do this. Okay. Okay, so how we can do one more way, I'll show you now. So here without counter, how you can, without using a third variable. Now I don't want this third variable. So at that time, what I can do is here, I can say, so what always I'll be storing it in n, I'll be storing it in n as a 3 or 4 or 5, whichever the number I give. I will always be storing it what? The multiple of it. So what I can do is I can say n, I can say I double slash n. So I always be getting divided by n. For example, let me show you now. So I'll say 5. So now here you can see that 5 into 1. So how it is working? 5 by 5 it is 1. 10 by 5 it is 2. 15 by 5 it is 3. 20 by 5 it is 4. 25 by 5 it is 5. Hope everybody are getting. Is this clear? Is this clear? Which one you want me to explain, Jyoti? Which one you want me to explain? The first one? This one or second method or the first method? Do you want to explain? First method? Okay, I'll come back. So now here you can see that what I'm doing is I am having C over here as 0. Okay, so it will ask me to first what is n over here? Now I'll just explain a bit by bit. So I'll execute this. So right now C is 0. Okay, right now C is 0. Now here you can see that input, enter the table you want. I'll enter 5. Okay, so when I enter 5, what will happen? N value is 5. So n, here I'll be having 5. And here what I'll be having over here, this part is nothing but, so I'll just take a text over here. So here what will happen is n into, that means 5 into 10 plus 1. How much it is? It will be equal to 51, right? So now here what will happen now? 5 comma 51 comma, and now I'll have n again. So this is how it will be if I enter 5. Okay. So now I'll enter 5. And what is there over here? C plus equal to 1. That means C equal to C plus 1. So first initially the value of C is 1. So I'll execute this. So now here you can see that initially first value will be 1. Okay. So let me add a slash over here. Okay, I'll just add this something like this. C value is 1. For the first time, C value is 1. Next time, what will happen? The counter. Next time, when the loop runs again, the value of the C would be 2. Next time, the loop runs again, the value of the C would be 3. Next time, the loops run again, the value of the C would be 4. Okay, so it will keep on incrementing. This C value would keep on incrementing. Okay, I'll just execute 5. And here now you can see that 5 ones are equal to 5, 5 twos are 10. So how we are getting this 5, 10, 15 and all? Let us see again. So let me know if you want me to explain again, I'll explain it. Anybody want to explain me again? Do you want me to explain me again? Because others don't have to feel like it's a wasted time. So hope, okay, second method you want me to explain? I'll explain the second method. Second method, isn't it? Yes, okay. Second method I'll explain. So the first method I hope everybody got to know. Second method is very simple. So now what is the value of 5 divided by 10 divided by 5? The value would be 2, right? Next, what will happen? The value of 15 divided by 5. What it will be? It will be 3, right? So it's very, in the same way, what will happen is I have taken I divided by n. So I divided by n means why I have used double slash, not a single slash, because if I use single slash, you can see the difference. So it will be like 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. To eliminate that point 0, I have used double slash over here. Okay, this we call it as floor division. Now you can see that I'm having n over here. So n value is 5. For the first time, n value is 5. And till last, n value is 5. For the first time, n value is 5. And I value is also 5. So I value will keep on incrementing. So I value become 10 at that time. 10 by 5 will be 2, 15 by 5 will be 3, 20 by 5 will be 4, 25 by 5 will be 5. Like that it will keep on doing. Okay, so now what will happen? 20 by 5 equal to 4. So this is how I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4 till 10. Hope everybody understood. Can I get the answer? Hope this is clear for everyone. How does the range changing? How does the range changing? Okay. See now, let me say, I'll just explain the range one more time. For I in range of 0 comma 10 comma 1. Okay, so what will happen now if I print if I print I, it will be printing me 0 1 2 3 till 9, right? So what I'll do, I'll say 2 over here, so it will print me 2 tables. So at that time what I need to do over here, I'll make it as 21, so it will print me 2 table. So it will print me 0, so it will skip one number in between. It is skipping 1 here, it is skipping 1 here, it is skipping 1 here, it is skipping 1 more here, and it is skipping 1 more here, and it is skipping 1 more here, right? So now here you can see that it is getting skipped. All the things over here are skipped, right? So I'll make it as 31 over here, and I'll make it as 3 over here. So what will happen? So it will print 0, and it will skip 1 2, and it will print 3, and it will skip 4 5, and it will print 6. Like that it will happen. It will just skip 2 numbers. If you are writing it as 4, it will skip 3 numbers in between. If you have written 5 over here, okay, it will skip 4 numbers in between. Okay, here you can see it's printed 0 and skipped 1 2 3 4, and it has printed 5, and it has skipped 6 7 8 9. 4 numbers in between it is skipping. If you give 5, if you give 6, 5 numbers in between it will skip. Okay, hope this is clear everyone. The for loop and the table generation is clear for everybody, isn't it? Is it clear? Can I go for the next topic? Okay, we are having approximate 380 attendees. That's it, right? So by using for loop, can we print second array? Yes, we can. I'll show you different methods using in for loop, how we can do that. Okay. Very good. So we'll continue with the next topic now. Thank you so much. So now here, let us start with the if and else conditional statement. Let us say age is equal to, I'll take the input from the user, input. Okay. So enter age. Now, if age is greater than 18, okay, or if, so we'll check for smaller than 18 first. If age is greater than 18, what I can do? So here also it's the same thing. This colon says that we are starting the if, and if I want to come inside the if, I need to leave a two a spaces or one tab space a left side, and I need to start it over here. That says that we are inside the if. So I'm going to say print, you can't vote. Okay. So now I'll execute this and I'll say, so here the age is less than 18, they're saying. So I'll say 21. So 21, it is saying, so I think age is less than 18. Okay. 21, they cannot, we do not have an other statement. Why we are not getting output? I entered 21. It should say you can vote, but I'm not getting anything. So what I need one more statement, right? So let me execute this again and I'll say fine. Fine, it is saying you can't vote, but I need one more statement also. This is not sufficient. If is not sufficient for me. So at that time, what I do? I'll say else. So always make sure that if and else are in the same line. So I am not writing this else inside the if. Else should be outside the if. So to make sure that else is outside the if, I should not have any space over here. Okay. So now what I do, I'll say that over here as ages. So else I have to give directly. I cannot do like this. So I'll say print, you can vote. Okay. So now I'll execute this. I'll say 19 and you can vote, it is printing. So what if the age is somewhere 0? What if the age is 0? So now what I'll do is I'll say over here as if age equal to, but anyway the 0 would be considered since the age is less than I have taken over here, 0 will also be considered. So what if your age is greater than 56 and you have to renew your card? So at that time what I can do, I can say if age is greater than 50. Okay, so if it is greater than 50, and I'm going to say over here as print renew your card. Okay, let me execute this. Let me give it as 61. So what will happen? First, it will come over here. Is, if I enter 61 over here, is 61 less than 18? No. Then it will come over here. Is 61 greater than 50? Yes, it is greater than 50. So what it will do? It will print this particular value. So what if the age is not greater than 50, not less than 18? So it will go for this part. So I'll just say enter over here and it is saying renew your card. Now I'll execute this and say 34. So here when I say 34, okay, so let me execute this again. So let me say 34 and it is printing me you can vote. So I hope everybody got to know how this particular if, elif and else is working in Python, right? Hope this is clear for everybody. Hope this is clear. Okay, can we continue with while now? Very good. So let us do a pin validation system with the while now. Okay. So I'll go for this one and we'll start with pin validation. So how to get a pin validation. Okay. So now let me say you are going for an ATM. So let us say print. Okay. So now in this Mavi ATM, what first and foremost thing is you need to have a master pin, right? So master pin you need to have. So I'll keep the master pin as, let me ask a user. Ankita, what is your ATM pin? Anybody can type your ATM pin. So I'll say 90919 or something. Okay. So now what I need to do is I'm going to say that I will be having some trials, right? How many trials I'll be having? I'll be having the trial is 3. I will be having the maximum trial, right? So I'll say that first trial is 0. The first trial is either like when you insert your card, your first trial would be how much? Your first trial would be the first trial when you insert for the first time. So I'll make this as trial. Okay. Trial is equal to 1. So trial is 1, the master pin is this. Let me write the while loop. So how many times I want to do the pin validation? Maximum 3 times. So what I should check over here is trial is, okay. So you can see that here you can see I have a trial. So I need to check whether it is less than or equal to 3, isn't it? It should always be less than or equal to 3. So, okay, what should I do if it is less than or equal to 3? So I need to come inside the while loop. So what is happening? Till our trial reaches 3, whatever I write inside the while loop, it works. Okay. So let me ask the user to enter their pin. So I'll say that upin user pin is equal to, so let me take it as, since I have taken here as an integer, here also I'll take it as an integer. If you have taken this inside the single quotes or double quotes, you would have used directly the input over here. So I'll say over here as input, enter the pin. Okay, enter the pin, they will enter the pin. So once they enter the pin, what should I do? I should check if the pin is right or wrong, isn't it? So what I'll do is I'll say if u pin equal to yum pin, if they are equal, what should I do? I should say print successfully logged in. Okay, so if it is right, I should say successfully logged in. Okay, if not, I'll say else print try again. Okay, so I have to go a little fast, can't do anything because it's already 8 7. In 20 minutes, I have a lot of syllabus. I have one more topic to cover, that is function. So it's very important that I need to be this quick. So I'm going a little bit faster because it's just a 5 day of workshop and we have to complete a lot of things. If you did not understand anything while I'm typing, please make sure that you will re-watch the video after I end the session. Okay. So here you can see that I'm having try again. So what will happen is if it is equal, it will print successfully logged in and successfully logged in. Else it will print try again. Now let me execute this. So I have missed something over here. So you have to say what I have missed. So now I'll enter the pin 1, 2, 3, 4. So here you can see that it is giving me try again. So let me say 9019 and it is saying successfully logged in, but it should stop if it is a successfully logged in. It should not ask me more than that, right? Once I log in, it should stop. It should not ask me again, enter the pin. So what I'll do over here as, now I'll just after successfully logged in. So either there are two ways I can do. I can say n is equal to 3. I can make it as n equal to 3. Okay, so this is one way. So I'll say 1, 2, 3 something. Okay, so it is saying try again. Now I'll say what is the pin I have given? 9019, right? So 9019 I'll give. So it is successfully logged in and it is asking me again here. I said n equal to 3, but what I should have said? I should have said it as trial equal to 3. And here both the spelling should be same t. Okay, so all the three trials spellings are same. Okay, now I'll say 9019. Okay, so now it is saying successfully logged in, but nothing worked. Why it did not work? Why it did not work? Can anybody say? It's still asking me, right? So here I have said trial is less than or equal to. So what should I do over here is I should say trial is greater than or equal to. But anyway, I have said trial is this one. So it should stop, right? It should not ask me again. So now let me say 9019 again. And it is asking me again and again. So what I'll do over here as here, I'll make it as break. Okay. And one more thing is I need to keep on incrementing the trial count over here. Okay. Trial plus equal to 1. So trial equal to 1, this is happening. So let me execute this again. So welcome to ATM. What just happened? So here break have, if they are equal, successfully logged in and break. But it did not even ask me to enter the pin. Why it did not ask me? I have set trial is 1 over here and trial. So very important thing in programming is you should understand what is happening over here. So here you can see that I have said trial is greater than or equal to 3 over here is, but here I've said trial plus equal to 1. So there is no problem over here, right? So initially the trial value is 1. So now here trial value I'm incrementing. So if I execute this, it is not even coming inside this loop. Can anybody say why? There is a small mistake over here is. What is that mistake? Anybody say? So initially the trial value is 1, and I have said that while trial is less than or equal, greater than or equal to 3, this should work. Why this did not work? I should say trial is less than or equal to 3. So if it crosses 3, this will get broken, right? So let me execute this. So I'll say 9019. And here successfully logged in and it break. I'll execute this again. So I'll say over here as 4, 5, 6, 7, something like this. I'll just give some random numbers, try again, try again. So it should not work again. So it is working only for 3 times. It is not going above 3 times. So let me come again. So now here you can see that I'm having a number and trial equal to 1. This is my first trial. Okay. And then what I said, so this whole loop should work only when a number, this thing, whole thing should work only if this trial is either less than 3 or equal to 3, right? So this thing will work. Now what is the value of trial 1 initially? Initially the value of trial, the trial is 1. So next time what will happen? It will increment to 2. Next time it will increment to 3. And when it is incremented to 3 and when you want to try for the next time, it will become trial equal to 3. It won't work. Okay. So now this is okay. So what if I want to add one more statement? If the trial is third trial and it should say your account blocked. How can I do that? I can say that elif, okay, if trial equal to 3, you have to say sorry, your account blocked. Okay, so I'll execute this and we'll say some number. So try again, and now you can see that sorry, your account blocked. Very good. People have answered. Very good. Vashini have answered correct. Shubita have answered correct. Explain it once more. Anybody want another time and explanation? Very good. Ambika have said right. Condition wrong. Perfect. Can anybody, do you want another time explanation? The one more explanation? Yes. Okay. So what I'll do over here is, okay, I'll just explain it once again. Before that, I'll explain how does while work with a simple one. So let me say C equal to 0. Okay. So I'll say while C is less than or equal to 3. Okay. Let me say print C. Okay, so now I'll execute this. What it will happen now? If I execute this, a problem will happen. The problem is it will keep on printing 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, right? So now you can see that it is keep on printing me 0, 0. It's a endless, infinite loop it will become. So what I'll do now is I'll say that C plus equal to 1. That means the initially it will print 0. It will increment. Now what will happen is it will print 0. Then after printing 0, what will happen? C will increment to 1 and it will check if it is less than 3. Is it less than 3? Is it less than 3? So it will print 1. So now what will happen? It will increment to 2 and it will check, is it less than 3? Yes, it is less than 3. So it will print 2. And then what will happen? The 2 will increment by, it will increment by 1 and it will become 3. Is 3 equal to or greater than, is 3 less than or equal to 3? Yes, it is. So it will print 3. Then what will happen? It will increment to 4 and it will check, is it less than or equal to 3? Then it will become false. Okay, so this will become false. So what will happen? It will print me 0, it will print me 1, it will print me 2 and it will print me 3, right? These things will happen. So now let us see this and if it is working. Now you can see that it is printing me 0, 1, 2, 3. In the same way over here is, instead of taking C, I have taken it as trial. And here, so this will keep on repeating for 4 times or for 3 times, right? So since I'm taken it as 1 over here, so this will work only for 3 times. Okay, then if you want to print down the trial, you can also print down the trial over here. So let me print over here, print trial. Okay, so trial as trial. Okay, now you can see that. So right now your trial 1, it is working. Let me say 201 or something. So it is saying try again. Now it is your trial 2. So I'll say 34, 340 something. Now it is your trial 3. Try again, it is saying, and it is your trial 3. So now I'll say some number and it will say sorry, your account blocked. So you can see that it is working 1, 2, 3 trial, because I'm starting from 1 and I'm checking for if it is equal to or less than 3. Is it clear, everyone? We'll teach the libraries. Libraries will see tomorrow. Okay, so libraries will see tomorrow. Today is functions, conditional statements, and so on. Okay, so till now, I hope everybody are clear. So now let us start with something called as a date time function. So date time function also, what I'll do is I am not going for a date time function, but I'm going for a time. Okay, so now let us import time. So why we need this? So why I am importing it? Because if you say time, it doesn't understand what is time. You have to import it. This is a built-in module. Okay, so let me say print time dot. Okay, so this time is nothing but this time. Okay, time dot time, I'll say. And now if I execute this, now you can see that it is printing me the time. So what is this time? Can anybody say? Can anybody say what is this time? What is it printing? Can you just see the answer and tell me what it is working, how it is working? Yes, can anybody say? Date and time, start of a computer. First start of a computer line, address. It's not an address. It's printing the time. What is that time? You can see that 1745. What is that 1745? It's working a step-by-step process in Python. Okay. So now let us understand how this is going to work. Okay. Runtime. Okay. Okay. Now let us build, like, how much time, what, like, let us build a small program which will say about your typing speed. So what I'll do is, so first here I'll let us say enter equal to input. I'll explain first. Now look at the program. I'll explain once again. Okay. Click enter to start typing. Click. So, okay, click start. So what will it will do? It does nothing. It will just take your input as enter. That's it. It does nothing. So I'll say start dot time. Okay. So here I'll say start equal to time dot time. It is just nothing but it is a present. It says that it will just start your time. Okay. So now it is going to start the time. So now once the time is started, you have to start typing the code or typing something. Okay. So I'll say over here as, so I'll say answer, or maybe type is equal to typing. I'll just say typing equal to. So let us take an input from the user. Input, start typing. So I'll just say something for the user, whatever they want to type, they can type. So I'll say Python is fun. Okay, so now I have written here as Python is fun. So what will happen? I will just type down as Python is fun. How fast I have typed the Python is fun, let us see. So now it will start the time, and here I'm going to type it down, and I'll say over here as end equal to time dot time. Okay. So now I'll say over here as duration, total duration I need to calculate. How does a duration I can calculate? I can say that start minus end. So I'll get the whole duration. Now I'll say print the total time taken. It will be in seconds. Time taken to type is, and I'll say comma duration. Okay. Let me execute this. So now here it is saying click enter to start typing. So I'll just click on enter. Now Python is fun. I'll say Python is fun. So the total time taken is here it is showing in the form of minus. So I should make this as end minus start, because end is always greater than start, right? I'm sorry, that was a mistake. I should say that as end minus start. So what I'll do over here is I'll say type Python is fun. So now I'll just click on enter. So Python is fun. Let me say Python is fun. So I have typed it in 4.6 seconds. So now this is small program that will say about your speed. Let me increase my typing speed now. So I'll say that click enter. So I'll just click on enter. Now the time starts. I'll say Python is fun. So I have taken 5 seconds. So like this, this is a typing speed checker. You can name this program as a typing speed checker. Okay. So here, what did just happen? I have said what this thing work, what this will do, it does nothing. So I can also remove this. It does nothing. Okay. So here I'm not using this particular typing itself. So you can also remove this. Okay. I'll also remove this. Now, instead of saying that, so here I can start the time. So I'll say, okay, so here I'll just remove this typing as well. This is also not necessary. Okay, this variable is not necessary. Why the variable is not necessary? Because I'm not using it, isn't it? I'm not using that variable anywhere. So input type Python is one, and I'll say is very cool. Okay, so now let us type down this and check the duration. So I'll just click enter and type Python is fun, is very cool, and also very cool I should have written. So I'll just type it as Python is fun and very cool. Okay, or is very cool, right? So it is very cool. So now you can see that I have taken 20 seconds to type this. Okay, so this is how you can test your speed that you are typing. So how you can compare? You can have user one, user two, and then you can try to compare whether the user one typed very faster or user two typed very faster. So the assignment for, okay, Darshan Kumar, can you explain it why it will not work? So I hope everybody understood how this is working. Typing speed checker, how it is working. Can I get to know? Very good. Adil said end minus start. That was perfect. But this code doesn't check the error. Yes, it doesn't check the error for sure. Because if you want to check the error, what you can do is here you can have, okay, let me go here. And if you want to introduce a checking error, you can say that user input. I'll make it as UI. So here I'll just take the same sentence. Okay, I'll take the same sentence and I'll say, so if before that actual sentence, I'll say it as AS, or maybe actual input, AI, I'll say is equal to Python is very cool, and I'll make it as something like this. Okay, so this I'll put it inside the if function. So if ui equal to ai, and I need to, I'll just, else I'll say, else I'll say typing error, okay? Print. Okay, so now I'll execute this. So enter, start typing. So now I'll say Python is fun, is very cool. Okay. So now the total time taken, I have taken 12 seconds. Now I'll make some mistake. So I'll say, I'll just click on enter over here and then say very cool. So now it is saying type error. Okay, or typing error. I should have said typing error. So hope this was clear. So if you want to say try again, what I can do? What should I do if I want to say that, you can give 3 chances if they have type error? How you can do it? How you can do it? How you can do it? Using a while. Very good. So can you take that as an assignment? Can you take this as an assignment and share it in the group? How many can you complete that and send it to me in the group today? Very good. Using a while loop, complete that, and I'll post some of the assignments. 10 assignments I'll post. Okay. Very good. Conditional while loop, we can use it. I'll post 10 assignments in the group and make sure that you will complete all 10 assignments, and also you will come back with your assignment answers and you can post it in the group. Okay. We'll note it down whoever posted. That's for sure. Okay. Do you have any doubts? Do you have any doubts? Group, we will open. You have to post it before. Tomorrow we will open at 5 o'clock until 5:30. You can post it. For multiple users to check there, you can take it as user 1, user 2. User 1 can type it down and user 2 can type it down. If you do not have any doubts, please leave your attendance. We'll start recording the chat. Please leave your attendance saying your name, college name. If you have a register number, please drop the register number. Please make sure that you are writing your full name. You're writing your full name so that we'll get to know, we can match up with your forms filled registration page. How to share the assignment, in which format? You can share it as a PDF. So how you can download this, I'll show that as well. Please be on the line. So what I'll do is, we can just say over here as print PDF. You can also give it as print and you just send the PDF. Don't send the IPYNB. We cannot go through the IPYNB, upload it and test it. So please share it as a PDF in the group. Okay. So you just share it as, so you can go for somewhere in this part and you can just say print and save the PDF and send it. Okay. Save the PDF and send it. Please type your name. Very good. Okay. I'm getting all the names, name, USN, and the college name over here. We'll start recording it. We need to see, we will verify with your name, college name, with the forms registered as well. So you have to have your data in the forms as well, not just in the live stream. That we will check it. Okay. So you have 1 more minute or 2 more minute to enter your name. Please type it down faster. 1 more minute or 2 more minute to enter your name. Be faster. Enter your name, USN. This is to take the attendance. Whoever are here to take the attendance. So we will open the group for everyone tomorrow at 5 o'clock, where you can post your assignments. Before that, I'll post the assignment questions. Before tomorrow 5, please complete your assignments and you can post it in the group. Hope the whole session was clear. So whichever we did not cover today, we will cover it tomorrow, and we will see some more things tomorrow as well. And if we have lesser time or something, we'll increase the time by 30 minutes or 15 minutes in tomorrow's session, or day after tomorrow sessions also. Next 3 days sessions will increase 10 minutes extra if we are not able to complete the syllabus that we have promised in the PDF. Okay. And we will also share the feedback forms. So please make sure that you are filling the feedback form as well. We have almost like 400 attendees, and we want all the 400 attendees feedbacks, so that we'll get to know whoever have attended and giving the feedback. So we'll have multiple ways to track down what and all you guys have, how and all you have understood, and whether you have gone through the video, what and all you have gone through the video, will understand. So make sure that you are filling the feedback form as well. Okay. Yes. So thank you so much for attending today's session. We'll meet tomorrow session, and we'll have more fun and more mini projects. We'll just solve the problems in next three days. Solving the problems, understanding more libraries, learning about the random, date, time, and turtle, fun graphics, QR code generation, emojis, and everything. We'll be doing it tomorrow and day after tomorrow and the Sunday session. So please make sure that you are attending all the 5 sessions. And we'll meet tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining. Take care. Good night. Have your dinner. Sleep well. Bye bye. You can leave down the comments as well.